Sixth grade Excel lesson 125, selecting the decimal or percent that best represents a shaded region. Oh, this is so easy. You guys can do this with no problem at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a studio audience to help us out with this. Remember that percent means parts per hundred. A percent can be changed to a fraction by dropping the percent symbol and making the percent the numerator of a fraction with 100 as the denominator. In other words, 30%, we can drop this and then call that 30 over 100. That's what percent means, is out of 100. Which percent in the set best represents the shaded portion? Okay, would this be 20%, 85%, 88%, 50%, or 25%?
50.
Well, it's about half shaded, right?
50.
So what percent is about half? That would be 50%. All right? And let's go on to the next one. Well, I don't think these are hard at all. So you go ahead, pause the video, try numbers 1 through 6, turn it back on to see how you're doing on it, okay? Here we go. Okay, we have, Haley's going to give us a shot here. Can you reach that high up? Okay.
Sure. Okay, well, this one, well, it's not 89, and it's not 75, and it's not 83. It's got to be 33, okay?
Why?
Because that looks about 33%.
It's not much shaded.
Yeah.
33% is not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay?
And then on the other hand, this one doesn't look like it's 12% shaded, or 20% shaded, or 33% shaded. So
it's mostly shaded, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is not mostly shaded, so 25%.
Okay.
This one is mostly shaded, so there's 2.
Get rid of the 2 that you know it's not.
Those 2.
Okay. So you have to pick between 66 and 80%.
Well, 80% is more right here. Right?
Okay. So you think it's 66 is about 2/3. Do you realize that?
And that's 2/3.
Is that about, draw a line about halfway down through that blue. There you go. You see, that's about 2/3 shaded, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so start with 66. Good.
Okay. And then this one, well, doesn't look 100%, or 50%, or 25%, so it's 88% shade because it's mostly shade.
Good. Keep going.
And then this one looks 75% shaded because those ones are like closer to the starting part. Those ones are
not very much shaded,
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Way to go, Haley. You're a genius. Got them all right. Check to make sure your paper has all those right answers. And let's keep going. Decimals can be written as fractions whose denominator is equal to the place value the furthest to the right. So 1.3 is 1 3/10, 3 24/100. In other words, the furthest spot to the right is that spot right there. That's the hundredths place. So the 100 comes down here, 3 24/100. The furthest place to the right there is the thousandths place. So 1,000 becomes the denominator, 562 thousandths. That's the 10,000th place as the very farthest place to the right. So 10,000 is your denominator on that fraction right there. For each of the following problems, convert each decimal to a fraction, then determine which decimal in the set best represents the shaded portion. All right, so we're going to change each one of these to an actual fraction first before we pick it on this, okay? So on this one, 2500ths, 5300ths, 7500ths, and 4700ths. The decimal closest to what this is 2500ths because that's like 25%. Okay, and this next one, let's do this one, next one together. This is 5500ths. Everybody write that on your paper. Then we have 4000ths. Put that on your paper. 2000ths or 2/10, and 6800ths. All right. So which one of those is going to represent this part right here? Well, that's far less than half shaded, and there's only one of these fractions that's a lot less than a half. Which one is that? 0.20. 20%, or 2/10 of it would be that part right there. Okay, go ahead, pause the video, do 9 through 12, turn it back on when you're ready for the solutions. And here is Mr. Tyler. showing us how he got the answer.
Wait, so this would be 0.90, so it would be 90 over 100.
No, actually write it down below. There you go.
Okay, so it would be 9 over 100.
Okay, you can put 9/10.
9/10.
There you go. Okay.
And this would be 50 over 100, 1/10, and 3/10. That would equal to 30. And then that one.
Louder.
That one would be 10/100.
Okay, keep going.
So, 10, I think it's 0.1 because it's, yeah. Okay, and then 43 over 100.
That says 48.
Oh, 4. It's just 4.
That's okay. Just leave. Just
43 hundredths, 86 hundredths, 22 hundredths, 4 hundredths. I'm going about 22 on this one. Can you write a little bigger, please?
there you go. Good.
Sure.
Good. Okay. Write a little bit bigger on 11 and 12.
Okay. So like, this one would be 200. Can you see that, Haley?
Beautiful. Keep going.
Okay. 90 hundredths, 75 hundredths, 66 hundredths. I'm going about 90 on this because if you add another one on here, it's equal 100. 20 hundredths, 50 hundredths, 95 hundredths, and 67 hundredths. I'm eliminating that one. I want to go with this one because it's not quite.
Great job. Got them all right. So hopefully you got those same answers. Fix your paper if you didn't. And here's one final set of problems with a check answer. Go ahead and solve for these. Make sure you show your work down below right here. And then add up the check answer as the final to see if you got them right. So go ahead and pause the video. Turn it back on when you're ready for the solutions. This first one you should have written 17 hundredths, 65 hundredths, 89 hundredths, and 24 hundredths. Easy, okay? And this is more than half of it, a little bit more than half. So you know it can't be these because that's less than half. And it's not quite 89 hundredths. That's almost the whole thing shaded. It's going to be 65 hundredths. Okay, here we have 8 hundredths, 63 hundredths, 39 hundredths, and 15 hundredths. And
39.
what do you think? 39? Well, we know it's not this one because it's not more than half.
And it won't
And
be
these
8.
two are really small, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, so we can't use those. So 39 is the only one that makes sense. You guys got it. 87 hundredths, 97 hundredths, 61 hundredths, 23 hundredths.
I'm going about 90.
Okay, we know it can't be that one because that's hardly anything.
I think it would be 87. Yeah, because.
Can't be that one because that's barely over half, right? So we got to pick between these two.
And if it's 97, you would have like 3 more to go.
If you had 97 hundredths, it would be like barely anything showing on here, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be 87 hundredths. That makes much more sense. And then you add up the check answer to make sure that you got those correct. Alrighty, so thank you for watching.